Day 8 on Carnivore. Nothing that worthy to report. I slept for 8.5 hours last night, and that was enough. And I usually need 9 to 9.5, sometimes 10 hours of sleep. That could have other reasons. I don't know. Other than that, so far right now it's 2:05 p.m. and I've had a 1.5 turkey patties at 11:30 a.m. and a chunk of butter with it. I basically use butter as a side dish. That's something you do on Carnivore. Apparently people eat blocks of butter, sticks of butter as a snack. And so I had that at 11:30. I wasn't hungry before 11:30. I normally do intermittent fasting. I fast 16 hours between my dinner and my breakfast. On Carnivore, it is said by both the carnivore proponent doctors and influencers that you don't have to fast. You're not eating any carbs. This is a zero carb diet. And in order to get the benefits of this diet, this specific diet, you don't really have to fast. It's just my habit to fast. And because I've been fasting for years, intermittent fasting for years, I still don't get very hungry early in the morning. So I end up eating around 11:30, noon, sometimes 1. So that's what I've had so far today. I'm going out to lunch with a friend in a minute, and we're going to Le Pain Quotidien, which doesn't have many meat options, so I'll probably have some, if I'm hungry. I'm not feeling hungry right now. I'll probably have some scrambled eggs with some bacon on the side and butter on the side, maybe a cup of decaf coffee. Which brings me to today's topic: coffee or no coffee on Carnivore. From my research, I can tell you that in the carnivore community, this is a topic of conflict. Some carnivores say you shouldn't have coffee on Carnivore because coffee obviously comes from a plant. So, and this is a plant-free keto diet, so you're not supposed to have coffee. A lot of carnivores, on the other hand, who do benefit from full benefits of the carnivore diet, do drink coffee. They love their coffee and they drink it, and it doesn't affect them. Personally, I have quit coffee about a month ago. I had to taper down. It was a horrifically challenging process. It was very difficult to quit. I had headaches, I had chronic fatigue, I had no energy. I was a mess. It was very difficult, but it happened. I persevered some way, somehow, and I am shocked now that in the morning I don't need coffee to wake up. I'm speechless. So that happened, and I am not going back because it was so difficult to quit it. And also, I am not going back because I'm on a mission to cure completely my depression and anxiety. And coffee gives you a high and then you crash from it. At least this is my experience. It would give me a lot of energy and then I would crash. It would give me a lot of happiness and dopamine and the feeling that I can conquer the world and do everything I want to do, and then I would come crashing down from that, feeling down, feeling blue, and just not good. I am trying to go the opposite way of that up and down, up and down, up and down. It is messing with my hormones, and I am trying to balance my hormones through this diet, through this extreme elimination process. So I don't want to do anything that would minimize that process in any way. So coffee is a very personal thing, and if you feel like you're not experiencing what I'm experiencing from coffee, you can keep drinking it on Carnivore. What I do now is when I go out to lunch with a friend or whatever, I don't do it every day, but I would enjoy a cup of decaf coffee, and that satisfies me. I just like the taste of the coffee. So it is your personal preference and your choice whether you're gonna do coffee or not on Carnivore. Although there's something non-negotiable about coffee especially on Carnivore or on keto. Keto might be different. On Carnivore, it's non-negotiable that you cannot put the stuff you put in your coffee normally. You cannot put those crappy creamers, what are they, your Coffee Mate in your coffee. And guys, please do not use that stuff. It's bad for everybody. It's not just in the context of this specific diet. Coffee Mate is making you sick. Vegetable oils and seed oils, canola, sunflower, soy, corn, all of it, they're making you sick. Please, please, please stop using those oils. And Coffee Mate has, I think, 1 or 2 of those. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I've never used Coffee Mate just because it wasn't a habit. Even when I ate badly, I didn't use Coffee Mate. So I'm not 100% sure what's in it, but regardless, you can't put a ton of half and half or milk in your coffee when you're on Carnivore. Then you would be cheating, because milk and half are dairy products that have high carbs in them. You can put a little bit of heavy cream in your coffee. Heavy cream is the dairy product that has the least amount of carbs in it, as far as I know. So you can put a little bit of that. Now, when it comes to sweeteners that are deemed healthy, like stevia, with no preservatives, no other ingredients in it, just pure stevia from the plant, powdered stevia, or I think they have liquid in it. They have it in liquid form too. You can put that, although, for example, another issue that I have is I am addicted to sugar and carbs. I have a sugar and carb addiction. When you have that, it's best to avoid any sweeteners, because then any sweetener will trick your brain into thinking it's having sugar. And your taste buds are still going to be getting that satisfaction from something sweet. So that might completely axe the whole getting rid of the carb and sugar addiction process. I'm not very articulate today. Thank you for bearing with me. So I'm not doing it. I put stevia in my coffee for years and years and years, and I loved it and I enjoyed it so much. And in the last week, I am having my decaf coffee, completely black. And, I'm getting used to it. I am enjoying my black cup of decaf coffee. I'm seriously, genuinely shocked. I would not have guessed that. I thought I would have thought it would be impossible. So that's it about coffee. There are carnivore proponent doctors that I know that say you can have your coffee, it's okay on Carnivore, unless you're doing a very extremely strict carnivore. Then just know that you're not doing a zero plant diet, because coffee is a plant. I've heard one carnivore doctor that said, don't have regular coffee, just have decaf. And for the reasons that I just listed, ups and downs, hormonal imbalance, you're trying to cure, say, your depression, your anxiety, your bipolar, do not have coffee. Coffee is a drug, people. It is a drug. So, incidentally, I am loving this because I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, comments, DMs from friends. a friend was just telling me this morning that she might want to try it because she's had chronic fatigue for so long. Another friend that I haven't seen and hadn't talked to in ages from high school reached out, and he said he has been doing the carnivore diet for 6 months, and he has lost 17 kilograms, which is 37 pounds. He has completely cured his chronic fatigue, knee pain, muscle pain, weak immune system, and acid reflux. That's a big one. And he's been playing badminton so well. He feels in his 20s again. And he says he even feels it on his face, like his face looks younger and more youthful. We are people in our 30s, by the way, late 30s. So he's feeling great, and I love that. Keep coming at me. Let me know if this is something you would consider, if you're suffering from something chronic, and if you have been doing it, if you've tried it. That is really a great way of building community, and I love that. Yeah, my focus is not very sharp today. I am not very articulate and having a bit of a hard time focusing, like I'm a little bit scattered. I wonder what that's about, which is not new to me, by the way. Hopefully that's something I can improve with this diet as well. So I mentioned coffee. I talked about my, in addition to my main goal of curing depression and anxiety, I mentioned curing my carb and sugar addiction, which has really gotten out of control lately, had gotten out of control. I do have cravings still. Again, I'm on day 8. I do have cravings. I do sometimes in certain moments, all I can think of is I want to have a muffin or cake or candy. And those are difficult moments. And this friend that reached out to me that I mentioned just now said the best remedy for that is to have the fattiest meat of the meats, like ribeye. I think ribeye is one of the fattiest. So fat is the answer for the cravings, and I'm gonna take that seriously. I already kind of knew that from all the research I did and videos I've watched, but I'm gonna take it more seriously. And when I'm having a craving, I'm gonna, I don't know, have a stick of butter or something. That's what people do that I see in the videos. So yeah, depression and anxiety, carb and sugar addiction. One last thing that I wanted to mention in this video is that I forgot to mention in the first one, that you need, according to the carnivore proponent doctors, I'm not just watching carnivore influencer videos, I'm watching the carnivore proponent real doctors. They say, especially when you're trying to cure a specific condition, you have to stick with this new diet. It's probably the same with any diet for at least 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, you're giving your body, your whole system, the space to adjust to a whole new way of operating. It's a whole new operating system. You have to give it time. You can't do it for 2 weeks and be like, this is not doing anything for me. No, you can't do that. That is a failed experiment. I want this to be a successful experiment, and my plan is to stick with it for at least 6 weeks, and so that I can compare before and after, see if I'm actually getting any benefits from it and what they are. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to reporting more. See you next time.